Okay, so here we are, question 12. Let's see how you get on with this one. Okay, so we've got these two curves and we're trying to find the coordinates of the points A and B, here and here, where the two curves intersect. So that implies that we have to use simultaneous equations. So these two curves are at the same place at the same time when x squared minus 6x plus 2 equals minus 2x squared plus 4x. Bringing the terms on the right hand side over to the left, we get 3x squared minus 10x plus 2 equals 0. Now you can use your calculator to solve this equation directly, and the alternative method would be to put the numbers into the quadratic formula. Let me do that in case you haven't got your calculator, that facility in the calculator. So we get x equals minus b, which is 10, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 100, minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 2, all divided by 2a, which is 3. And you can pop those two into, or those two numbers into any calculator, I would think, and get the answers 5 plus root 19 over 3 and 5 minus root 19 over 3. So the approximate values in decimal form of those are 3.12 and 0.21. So 3.12 is clearly the x coordinate of B, and the other one is the x coordinate of A. Okay, so is that us done? Let's look at the question. Find the coordinates. Not just the x coordinates, we have to find the y coordinates as well. And the easiest way to do that is to substitute these two values of x that we found into either one of the equations. I'm going to substitute the first value of x into the first equation, but it wouldn't matter if I chose the second equation. And the value of y that I get is minus 28 minus 8 root 19 over 9. And the second value I get for y is minus 28 plus 8 root 19 over 9. Those values are approximately the same as minus 6.99 and 0.76. Nasty numbers these, they're a bit messy, but life isn't always nice and clean and easy. So we need to account for the fact that sometimes the answers that we get are messy like this, but calculators can cope whichever way. So this first value for y is the y coordinate of B, and the second one is the y coordinate of A. So it's a good idea to actually write down the answer. A is the point 5 minus root 19 over 3 minus 28 plus 8 root 19 over 9, and B is the point 5 plus root 19 over 3 minus 28 minus 8 root 19 over 9. Okay, so looks like we've done a reasonable job there. Hopefully you've got the same answer. But again, before we move on, let's just check that we've answered the question. Find the coordinates of the points A and B, and hence write down the solution to the inequality f of x minus g of x. Okay, so let's have a look at that now. So on our graph, f of x is the red line, and that we've got to find out where f of x is less than g of x, and graphically that means that the graph of f of x is below the graph of g of x. So we're interested in this part of the graph here, which means that we're interested in the values of x, which I'm indicating on the x-axis here, those values of x there. So the inequality, those values of x have to be described mathematically now, and so what we're saying is that the values of x are all of those values which are less than 5 plus root 19 over 3, but greater than 5 minus root 19 over 3. How did you get on? Did you use the same method as me? There are a few methods that you could have employed there, but hopefully you got the same answer. If you did, well done.